All right, coming up in today's video, Toronto is ranking as one of the least affordable cities to live in North America. Really? This is all we got to work on, guys? Nothing else to talk about? But let's get into it, coming up next. All right, Michael Jacobzak here. Welcome to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, as always, make sure you subscribe and hit that bell for more notifications on the Toronto real estate market. Now, today we're diving into a new report brought to you by Zoocasa, which I'll put the link below. Essentially looked at North America's market and evaluated basically affordability based on income and medium household costs. So I'm going to deep dive in that. No surprise there. Toronto, one of the more least affordable places to live, as we know, and we cover this for the last couple of years as we've been spiking up constantly on these lists. But today, like I said, we're diving into where we stand with the other hot markets throughout, obviously, Canada and North America as a whole. Now, to determine the level of affordability, they basically used December 2018 medium home prices throughout the 30 US markets and the 5 markets in Canada. They calculated the minimum income required to purchase a home and then compared it to the actual medium income for the area. Now that created a gap either on the positive side or the negative side. If you're on the negative side, obviously depending how big that number is, the bigger it got, the more least affordable you would lie, and vice versa on the positive side. Now, all calculations were used with U.S. currency, so they obviously used the 1.33 exchange rate for Canadian dollar to U.S. dollars. They used a 30-year amortization fixed rate. On the U.S. side, it was 4.5% interest, and on the Canadian side, 3.75%. And that is just mainly because of what is available in Canada versus the U.S. Now, it's no surprise to us Torontonians that we did not rank well. We ended up ranking number 11 out of the 35 markets, pretty much on par with Miami, which is another expensive market for those who follow the international markets. Now, our gap of income needed was just over $19,000. Now, this number obviously is very high in terms of a lot of people are getting priced out of the market, and our income's not keeping up with our real estate prices. But when comparing to, we'll say, Vancouver, which finished number 2 on the market, their income gap was about $74,000. So night and day there, but again, not good to be trending anywhere on the negative side as we continue to increase price over time, and our income's just not keeping up. Now, the silver lining with Vancouver, people, is at least we're not San Francisco over there, because it is almost double the gap compared to Vancouver, which is already very, very high. The silver lining for Canadians is not all cities are considerably least affordable, as Montreal, Ottawa, and Calgary did land on affordability. Montreal coming in on number 20th. With a surplus of just over $4,000 of income. Ottawa ranked number 6, which had a surplus of $16,000, and Calgary ranking number 1 out of the 35 cities with a surplus of $30,000. So obviously anyone who's kind of tired of dealing with either the Canadian or Toronto market or Vancouver market, you do have some options. Obviously, if you're in Vancouver, you can jump over to Calgary, not that far. And non-Torontonians, you got definitely Ottawa and Montreal within, a driving distance per se for moving. So again, that's a silver lining with Canadian real estate, as it's not all too bad. But again, Toronto and Vancouver ranking very, very low on this list. And to me, does not seem like it's going to be, without some major correction coming up, this is not going to probably get any better anytime soon. As I said, I'll leave the link in the description below. Make sure you check it out for all the stats and where, every city kind of ranked. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. Would you actually be considering to leave either Toronto or Vancouver and go maybe to a more affordable city based on what's happening in our real estate markets. Love to hear your thoughts on this. Like, comment, share, and we'll catch you on the next one, guys. Take care.